Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to how to play an A chord. I've made lots and lots of videos on advanced guitar, lead, theory, all sorts of stuff, and I thought it's time to bring it back to basics with just how to play simple things for the people out there who are complete beginners or intermediates missing chunks of essential knowledge. Hello, welcome to Close Up Cam. So the first thing we need to talk about are the strings. We've got a thick one we call the E string, an A string is the next one down, a D string, a G string, a B string, and an E string. And for the first chord of A, we're only going to be using the A, the D, the G, and the B. So these two E strings are not going to be played. And we're going to give you a really, really simple way of playing this A chord. We're going to take 3 fingers, this one, and the little finger, and we're going to put them on the 2nd fret. So these metal strips are called frets. So count along 1, 2, on the D, the G, and the B. And you need to place these 3 fingers all behind this 2nd fret. Now what you'll notice is that you can't get them in a straight line. It's not going to happen. They kind of have to stack upon one another. So it might be easier for you to start with a little finger and put it right behind that 2nd fret, not on top of the fret wire, but just behind it. And then your 2nd finger, just tuck it right close to the little finger, and then your 3rd finger, again, tuck it as close as you can to the 2nd finger. 1st finger just flaps around, doesn't do anything. And the thumb, if you're playing electric guitar, you can just bring it over and just lightly touch this E string. What it will do is it will make it not make a sound. It's deadened by the flesh of my thumb. The A string is untouched, unafflicted. I'm not touching it at all. So if I then strum the A, D, G, and B, I'm going to get an A chord. So this is an A major chord. Oh, by the way, the little E string under here is also touched by the underside of my little finger. So it's kind of going cluck. If I hit all the strings, I'm just going to get A major. I want to talk really briefly about major and minor, but not in a theoretical sense, more just of what it makes the sound do sense. So a major chord sounds happy, whereas a minor chord would sound sad. So this is an A major chord. Now, this is quite a classical way of playing this chord shape, although more often than not you'll see it fingered like this. But there is a much simpler way of doing this. Since it's just 3 in a row, you can use 1 finger. You take your 1st finger and you press it down on the D string, right behind that fret, and then just lay it flat. Now, if you lay it flat across the D, G, and B string, you're going to find it difficult to begin with to get all 3 of them to ring out. But I promise you, with practice, it becomes way easier. Most important thing is not to press down on this note, this 2nd fret E string, because you don't want an F sharp note in your A chord. But you do want to use your thumb to mute that top E string. So it's just 1 finger, press it from the D string. So we're playing D string 2, G string 2, B string 2, and you're using the open A string. So you get this. One of the cool benefits of playing an A chord like this is that these 3 fingers are now free. And as you become more advanced and learn to play these chords without much of an issue, you can lay them down to get a percussive, muted sound, or you can play other notes with them. But to begin with, just the A chord. Now, if you find this chord shape easy to play, here is a slight variant that just gives you a different kind of flavour. You might have to practice this a little bit. Drop your thumb down the back of the neck, and what this does is it allows your wrist to sink and give you more of a spread on the fingers. If your thumb is up, it's much harder to reach along the fretboard with your fingers. If you find it hard to reach, the problem is often the position of the thumb needs to sync the wrist. And then you can use your little finger to push down on the 5th fret E and B string. So I'm using my first finger to play the 2nd fret D and the 2nd fret G, and my little finger is playing the 5th fret on the B and E string. So if I play the A, D, G, B and E, I get an A chord. And if you put these two fingers together, it looks kind of cool. Now this is not a major chord, nor is it a minor chord. To all intent and purpose, this is what I would call a power chord. It contains the root of A, which is the A note, and it contains the 5th note from the A scale. If I play you an A major scale, it would sound like this. And if we count through to 5, that's the 5th note of the A scale. So when I'm playing an A and the 5th note, I call it an A5. That's how I'd name that chord. And this chord just contains the A note and the 5th note. However, if you wanted to make this major, majorize it, so to speak, you just bring your little finger down to the 1/5 fret on the E string, and you play everything else with your first finger. So you get this. So now you've got this. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was useful. I hope it was simple. I hope it got you to learn an A chord. And if it did, please let me know in the comment section below. Please hit the subscription button wherever you might find it. And then that doesn't do anything unless you press the bell button. So please hammer my bell. Have an amazing day. Take it easy. Chappers out.